Were you? How much fun was it to? How much fun was it to go head to head with the former Oregon Duck legend?
Pretty crazy experience. I grew up watching Marcus, and he was my favorite player. And just being from Eugene, I knew that whole program so well, and to be able to play a couple games each year against him, it's been really cool. And just to see him out on the field, it's everything that I've ever wanted.
Since you say he was your favorite player there, what kind of traits or techniques did you pick up from watching him play?
I think I'd be doing myself a disservice if I compared myself to him. I think he's been such a great player over the years, and I could look at all the things he was able to do at Oregon, how athletic and mobile he was, and how accurate he was. He did all these great things, and just going to Oregon and kind of watching game film on him was awesome, and it's everything that I ever wanted to do. And to be here to get a chance to play him, it's been a pretty cool opportunity.
Did you think you scored on that initial the initial quarterback sneak that actually they called a fumble? Did you think you scored on that play?
I don't know. We'd have to take another look at it. I think it all happened so fast. It was kind of a blur that I could say I thought I did, but I don't have a great look at it.
So the second quarterback sneak where you're actually the game winner, kind of what was different in that attempt than the first attempt?
I don't think we did anything too much different. I think we just found a way to get in the end zone, and I think that's the most important thing for us.
2 wins in a row, man. Keep it going.
Thank you.
Thanks. Yep.
Fernando.
Justin, when you crossed the pylon the second time, just what was that feeling like for you?
It was pretty crazy. Kind of waited to see the replay, and guys didn't really know what had happened. So got up and saw everyone started shaking hands and kind of saw the game was over. So was just pretty excited. Got to hug a lot of the guys, and it was a lot of fun, and definitely came down to the wire, but pretty crazy moment.
What does it mean to you to win your first divisional game as an NFL quarterback?
I think it's a great opportunity for us to keep moving forward, to keep getting better. That's a tough team, and we played pretty well, and we shot ourselves in the foot a couple times. So we're gonna have to watch the film, get better with it, and got another week of practice.
On that pass to Jalen Guyton, the last one to get you guys in the red zone or at the 1 yard line, kind of what did you see on that play, and could you believe he was that wide open when you looked his way?
Yeah, that's just one of those plays that you kind of try and wire up, honestly, during the game. And so Jalen ran a great route, caught the ball, and I thought, could have thrown it a little bit farther for him to get in the end zone. But I'm glad things worked out and we still won.
Thank you, Justin.
Nick Hamilton.
Hey, Justin. What has been different for you and the rest of the team in the last 2 weeks as far as how you guys have approached the game mentally as well as energy-wise?
That's a good question. I don't think anything's different. I think we're the same team, and no matter win or loss, we show up Monday, Tuesday, and we get to work. And I couldn't be more proud of that locker room for battling through some tough games. But I know no one on this team is going to quit on us, and I think that's the best feeling, knowing that you've got guys that've got your back and I've got theirs. So it's a close locker room, and I'm really proud to be a Charger.
When you look at your ability to be able to spread the ball around more, especially to the receivers, without always having Keenan out there at various times, how did you adjust to that, and what did that mean for you as far as the elevation of your game?
Yeah, we knew some guys were going to have to step up. T. Billy and Jalen Guyton, they stepped up big time today, and Hunter had some great catches, and Mike, Keenan, those guys are special out there. And so those core group of guys, they've done a great job, and even KJ Hill as well. Those guys stepped up big time today.
And we're going down that last drive. Take us through that last drive. It seemed like you guys were all gas, no breaks. You guys were, making sure that you wanted to get down and score and get out of there with a win. What did you tell the guys in the huddle before that drive began?
That we've gone through this situation so many times, whether it's in practice, whether it was in fall camp, whatever it was. We've been in this situation. We've got the right guys out there. Let's just go out and execute. We know what's going to get called. Jalen Guyton made a great catch, and it's unfortunate that he came up short on the goal line. But I knew those guys up front, they're gonna block their tails off, and we're gonna follow them, and we're gonna score this point.
Thank you, Justin.
Chris Harry.
Justin, just going back to the young receivers, 191 yards between Guyton and T. Billy and KJ Hill. When Keenan and Mike aren't 100%. What does it say about the offense that you guys can have consistent production coming from other places?
It's huge. It's huge for those guys to be able to step up and make some big time plays in a big time game. And, it takes a lot of pressure off Mike and Keenan. It's just a great feeling to know that you've got guys that across the board that are to step up and make plays.
And Justin, when you think back to July, running second or third team offense with these guys, these same guys, and then you fast forward to now, just how much growth and development have all four of you guys seen these last, 15, 16 weeks?
It's been awesome. When I first got here, Jalen and T Billy, those guys were we were the group, we were the second team group, and we got a lot of work together. And whether it was after practice, before practice, we spent so much time together, and feel so comfortable with those guys going out there, and KJ Hill as well. So it was really great to see those guys make some big time plays today.
Thanks, Justin.
Couple more for you, Justin. Joe Reedy.
Justin, what was the discussion on the sidelines after that sack on third down? Just what did you see, and how did that play develop?
Could you talk more about the situation?
When you did the late drive, last drive in regulation, third down and short, you took the sack for a longer field goal attempt for Badgley.
I don't remember quite taking the sack. I think that's one of those situations where you can't dirt it, you can't throw it away. And the guy, he came up on me, and it would have been great to have been a different call. But that's one of those plays that works out pretty well for us normally. And so you can't throw it away. You can't try and make too much happen. So, it's unfortunate that I took the sack. In hindsight, we could have ran the ball. We could have done something else. But given what we had out there, I thought holding on to the ball and maybe draining some more clock was the right thing to do.
Okay. And just that late drive last week when you didn't have Keenan, you didn't have Mike, how much confidence did that give you going into this game, knowing that they were going to be on a pitch count and the other guys really had to step up?
Yeah, I think it says a lot about the guys that stepped up big time today. When you're down Keenan and you're down Mike, it's tough, but those guys behind him stepped up big time and made some big time plays. So props to those guys, and just love the way they battled these past couple of weeks.
You and Marcus have a chance to catch up after the game, and if so, what was that meeting like?
Yeah, we just talked a little bit, just kind of told him how awesome it was to be able to play him and kind of talk about everything that's happened over the past couple of years. And so it was nice to catch up with him.
Did you think at the beginning of the season you'd have a chance to face him?
I don't know. I think had I said yes, I think I probably would have been lying. So I think it's just been an awesome experience to be out here and to play against him, one of my heroes. It was a really cool experience.
Okay, and then just last thing for me, how satisfying was this touchdown in winning on the final play when that first Raiders game, you thought you got the touchdown catch, throw, and it was the replay overturned it?
Yeah, we're a resilient team, to go through so much this year and to keep battling and to keep fighting. I know that those guys in that locker room are going to give us everything they can. And so for us to come out on top, I think it's huge for us, and looking forward to another great week of practice and getting after it next week.
Okay. Thanks, Justin.
All right, last one. Popper.
Hey, Justin, I'm sure growing up, you dreamt of a moment like this, scoring a walk-off touchdown in the NFL. How did actually doing it compare to those dreams you had when you were younger?
Yeah, pretty cool experience. Just to be out there with the guys and some of your best friends and the teammates doesn't get much better than that. And, it kind of delayed just seeing what was actually called out on the field, and got to celebrate, got to hug those guys, and pretty cool moment for us.
You made a lot of plays outside the pocket, escaping pressure. It's something you've been doing all season. What do you think allows you to be so good in those off-script situations?
I think that's one of those things that we emphasize in practice, the scramble drill, and having receivers that know exactly what to do, how to level themselves, and how to kind of stagger themselves. So I think they've done a great job, and it makes my job a lot easier getting them the ball.
And similar question. Another thing you've been really good at this season is making throws when under pressure. That throw to Jalen, there was a defender right in your face. You took a big shot. What allows you to be good in those situations when you're under pressure and still being able to make throws downfield, which you've done a lot this season?
It's trust. It's knowing that the guy running the route, he's going to be in the right situation. And Jalen ran a great route, got himself open, and all I had to do was just go out in there and put it where it needed to be, and he goes up and gets it. And you know, it would have been great to have scored on that play, but for him to come up with that catch, I think it was huge for us.
Thanks, Justin.
All right, that'll do it. Thanks, Justin.